And welcome to another RSR. Tonight I'm reviewing LA Dodgers 5, Toronto Blue Jays 4. Game 7 of the 2025 World Series. The LA Dodgers are your world champions for back-to-back seasons. They have went back-to-back. They have defended their crown. And they earned it. I don't think the Dodgers deserved it. I think the Jays were the better team overall this series, but the Dodgers earned it. There is a difference between deserve and earn. The Dodgers, as defending champions, had the heart and the fight and the will to scratch and claw when it mattered to win enough games to win this World Series. The Jays, in the end, they were known for comebacks and they were known for punching back, but in the end, that does not happen. The fairy tale does not finish for the Toronto Blue Jays. And the day started as a fairy tale. This game started as a fairy tale. Bo Bichette, 3-run homer to take the lead. The Dodgers start chipping away. Sac fly, homer, RBI. Jays take the extra run, homer, no extra run, then homer, then homer, then homer. Will Smith hit the leading home run, of course. Max Muncy hit a moonshot off Savage, and we let Miguel Rojas hit a home run off of us. That was the problem. We were 2 outs away from winning the World Series. The Jays were 2 outs away from winning the World Series. And Jeff Hoffman went and choked, as was his prerogative during the regular season. He was perfect during the playoffs until now. Pretty much perfect. He finally Hoffmaned one last time this year. It was a thing. But the Jays were so close, and they had a couple of chances to at least walk it off. Varsho, if he could have hit that sac fly, he could have walked it off. Clement, Kirk, if he put it in the air, we would have at least tied the game and won another inning. But it just wasn't meant to be for the Jays. It just wasn't meant to be. And the Dodgers earned it. They chipped away. They never gave up. And the Jays did not put them to the sword. The Jays thought that 3-run homer would have been enough to put them to the sword. No. They chip away. 1-run lead. RBI double, Jimenez. Clement comes in to score. We have a 2-run lead. Muncy hits a homer. 1-run lead. Hoffman gives up the homer. Draw. Tied. Couple innings tied. Will Smith homer. Yamamoto shuts us down. As expected, he is deservingly the World Series MVP. Because he is. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, legitimately, him and Ohtani were the ones who beat the Jays. That's my point. The Jays, as a 26-man roster, all contributed to this World Series. But the Dodgers were Yamamoto and Ohtani with a couple of moments from Betts and Freeman and Kike, and not even Teoscar, really. Well, Teoscar hit a homer, but it didn't matter because we won that game. But either way, no, wait, was that game 3? Either way, I don't remember. Either way, the Dodgers earned it. I don't think they deserved it, but it doesn't matter who the better team is if the team who wins the World Series earned it. And the Dodgers did that. And it's a heartbreaker. It's a heartbreaker. For Dodgers fans, of course, they're happy. They went back-to-back. They get to celebrate again. And Jays fans are heartbroken. And that's the most Toronto way to lose a Game 7, frankly. Be so close to winning your 3rd World Series in franchise history. But Hoffman gives up the homer, and it all unravels from there. And you had so many chances to walk it off or at least tie the game, and you couldn't do it. The Toronto Blue Jays were this close, but yet this far. And I'm going off the top of my head because, frankly, I have things to say. I have things to say about this Jays season that even though we didn't win, I still want to say. But again, congratulations to LA Dodgers. They chipped away all night. The Jays thought 3 runs would be enough. They thought 1 run, a 2-run lead would be enough. They thought, hey, we've cashed in a little bit of runs. And here's the funny part. The Toronto Blue Jays have the most runs scored during an MLB postseason. World Series lost. In Toronto. 105 runs. 3 series, 105 runs scored. Lost the World Series. Cardinals, 101, 2011, won the World Series. Everybody who scored 100 runs or more in the playoffs won the World Series. The other 3 teams. We had the record and we lost. Because it's the Dodgers. The Dodgers don't care about stats. They don't care about things that should happen. They don't care about history. Again, a team who sweeps the CS versus a team who goes 7 lost every time the team who went 4. Guess what? The Dodgers won in 7 during the World Series because in the end, they found their moments. Yamamoto utterly dominated us. Ohtani had his moments, more than others. Yamamoto comes back out again, dominates us. You just knew when this went to 7. I'm not saying we were going to lose, but you just knew that if Yamamoto had a chance to play, he was going to play and make us look bad one more time. Pain, that name is Yoshinobu Yamamoto. It is what it is. But again, you look at this team, you look at this game, and you're like, man, they were so damn close. And they were. And this year is the Dodgers won the series. They earned it. I don't think they deserve it, but they earned it. But it doesn't matter who was the better team over 7 games when the other team wins the trophy. Because they're a more experienced team, umpiring aside. Because I think there were some umpiring calls that turned it around towards the Dodgers. But that is what it is. They wanted the Dodgers to win, weirdly, even though it'll probably cause a strike. But either way, the Blue Jays, what else can you say? I mean, they fought their asses off, but it just wasn't meant to be. The Dodgers are the Dodgers. It's a wonder we took them to 7. But then again, that kind of goes along with everything I've said about the Jays this year. The Jays, looking at them, this was the best season I've ever seen from the Jays by win total and just vibes. I love 2015 and 2016. I love those years. But this was different. And if we ever win the World Series again, the first time in my life and 3rd time in franchise history, I'm going to say publicly, or it is what it is, that this, yeah, it's cool we won the series, but it's not as awesome as 2025. But now we have expectations. But nobody expected the Jays to be here in March. Hell, there's clips on my channel, if you could find them, where I was ranting about Shapiro and Atkins not doing enough in the offseason. And that we're going to be shit again. And I don't like them, and I think they're horrible GM and president. I think they don't know what the hell they're doing. And all that. And we won. We were the best team in Florida during spring training. We were the best team in the American League East. We won the American League during the regular season. Best record in the American League. 3rd best team in baseball. Had home field during the World Series. Won the pennant. Got 2 outs away from winning the World Series. Last year, we were the worst team in the American League East. In the American League East, we were the worst team. From that to doing this is just mind-boggling. But now that you've done this, there are expectations. But will people sign for the Jays after this, looking at them and say, you know what, that's a team I could win with? I pray so. I pray so, because, man, that was painful. Like, this year was amazing. This season for the Blue Jays was amazing. The game started off amazingly and got painful. But what can you do? But what can you do? I mean, it hurts. It hurts. Because the Jays, I thought they were the better team throughout the series. But again, who won the trophy? The Dodgers earned it because they have the heart of a champion and they have the experience. And they have the big, heavy paid roster. It was going to be tough the whole way, and the Jays hung in there, but it just wasn't meant to be. And now we have to sit here and hurt, cry. It's painful. It's painful. Because the Dodgers did what they had to do, and we didn't. So many runners left on base the past 2 games, horrible base running mistakes, horrible swings. I mean, the Jays looked better tonight than they did Game 6, but it doesn't matter when you lose. At home, of all places. You have Vladdy 90 feet away. All you have to do is hit a sac fly to tie the game and go to another inning. I mean, what else can you do? But the Dodgers won. Player of the game for me, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. And World Series MVP, I agree. With that being said, that's all I could say. Jays, I love this season. I love 2025. And I'm going to miss it. Was going to miss it anyway, but I wish it ended on a better note. I wish it ended on a better note. Dodgers, congratulations for back-to-back. From the team who made back-to-backs popular. Congratulations. I wish I could have seen a Coca-Cola ad instead of a Kendrick Lamar Nike ad, but you know what? There is a doubt about the American League champions because the Dodgers are the National League champions and the World Series champions. This one's going to hurt for a while. But the Dodgers, they were always going to be tough to beat. And in the end, their champion spirit came through the past 2 nights after looking absolutely dead to rights after Game 5. That's what happens. You can't let them live. You can't let them breathe for longer than you should. And the Jays let them live. They let them win Game 3, shocking way after having runners on 2nd and 3rd. And you let them breathe. You don't let a champion breathe. You knock him out. Ask Mike Tyson. But either way, with that being said, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you tomorrow for 2 MLS live streams, 1 review. We'll have Columbus versus Cincinnati and Austin versus LAFC. 2 lives, 1 review. Austin LAFC gets the review, and I will be back on Monday for Seattle versus Minnesota. So regular content comes back. I had fun watching the MLB playoffs and covering it. I wish the fairy tale ended better, but fairy tales aren't real, I guess. At least not in baseball. With that being said, I'll see you later. I'm running them out. Peace. Damn. Peace.